are once again back with the Pandora's box full of surprises related to English. And we have enjoyed the privilege of presentation in the bygone years, and this time we are back with something new and definitely interesting. Enjoy the presentation given by RedX. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Himanshi from Grade 7 Acers. I would like to illuminate the significance of English literature. English literature opens up a treasure of inspiration and ingenuity. It enhances the aptitude to think critically and gives a vocation in practical life. Reading different masterpieces like stories and a piece of poetry aids us to explore existence. It reflects both good and bad points of the humankind. There is an intimate interrelation between literature and life. Life imparts the raw material on which literature imposes an artistic form. Thank you.
A mode of communication, some kind of fascination, a beautiful and loving addiction, humorous prime-time subscription, different accents, different dialects, a wide range of opinions and aspects, filled with hundreds of facts, thousands of idioms, proverbs, and tons of extracts, contains the native yet exotic essence, blended with delight and significance, glorifies the expression with great elegance, the only language to attain such prime presence, an admirable way to express many difficulties, many variations, but nevertheless, English is the only language to impress. It's a boon to us, an absolute bless.
Harry Potter is a series of 7 fantasy novels written by British author J.K. Rowling. The novel chronicles the life of a young wizard, Harry Potter, and his friend Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley, all of whom are the students of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizard. Now we are depicting a scene of Harry Potter, telling what fiction is and how fantasy can be created through fiction.
Excuse me. Do you mind? Everywhere else is full.
Not at all.
I'm Ron, by the way. Ron Weasley.
I'm Harry Potter.
So is it true? I mean, do you really have the
what?
The scar?
Oh.
Wicked.
Anything of the trolley, dears?
No thanks. I'm all set.
We'll take the lot.
Whoa.
Parody bots every fair beans.
They mean flavors. There's chocolate and peppermint, and there's also spinach, liver, and try. Got a boogie flavored once. It's just a spell. Besides, it's the cards you want. Each pack's got a famous witch or wizard. I've got about 500 myself. Watch it. That's rotten luck. They've only got good one jump in them to begin with.
I've got Dumbledore.
I've got about 6 of them.
Hey, he's gone.
Well, you can't expect him to hang around all day, can you? This is Scabbers, by the way. Fred gave him a spell to turn him yellow. You wanna see?
Yeah.
Sunshine.
Oh, and so
anyone seen a toad? A boy named Neville has lost one.
No.
Oh, are you playing magic? Let's see then.
Okay. Sunshine daisies buttermellow. Turn this stupid fat rat yellow.
Are you sure that's a real spell? Well, it's not very good, is it? I only tried a few simple ones myself, but they've all worked for me. For example, Oculus Reparo. That's better, isn't it? Holy cricket! You're Harry Potter. I'm Hermione Granger. And you are...
I'm Ron Weasley.
Pleasure. I think you should change into your robes. I expect we'll be arriving soon. Oh, you've got dirt on your nose, by the way. Did you know? Just there.
Betty got a butter, but the butter was bitter, so Betty got a better butter to make the better butter better.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair, Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't really fuzzy, was it?
Birdie, birdie in the sky, laid a birdie in my eye. If cows could fly, I would have a cowboy in my eye.
Imagine an imaginary menagerie, manager managing an imaginary menagerie.
The 33 thieves thought that they'd chill the throne throughout the Thursday.
Pinkalicious is a series of books written and illustrated by Victoria Can. The first two books, Pinkalicious and Purplicious, were co-written with her sister Elizabeth Can. The stories center on a girl named Pinkalicious Pinkerton and are told in first-person narrative.
Hello everyone, so today I am going to make model on tense. So let's start. We will only discuss about simple and indefinite part. In simple we use is, in past we use was, and in future we use will. In simple we use is MR, in past we use was were plus V2, and in future we will use will shall and V1. Thank you.
A TEDx event is a local gathering where live TED Talks and performances are shared within the community. TED Talks can teach you about how to think critically about new or difficult information, which is a skill that will benefit almost immediately. Listening to experts can also help you grow as a leader by providing you with advice about how to lead others and yourself with confidence. So now we have the privilege to invite Ms. Ravi Sharma, the Director of SRN International School, to share her valuable experience.
Hello everyone, I'm Ravi Agarwal. I'm the Director of SRN International School. More importantly, I'm a mother of two beautiful girls. I'm a wife of a very doting husband. And today I want to tell you something that I've experienced in my life, I've seen around me. I come from an educational background. My parents are educationists, as we all know. And very important thing that I feel still is trying to be, something that's still a taboo. And I'll call them dreams. Now, when you ask me what I mean by dreams, I mean that everybody in this world deserves to dream what they want. But still somehow, in today's time when the world has moved ahead, there's always a certain category of parents who believe that they know the best for their child, which is absolutely right. But when it comes to what they believe is right for their child, is not guided with the fact that what their child is capable of, but is more of guided with the fact that what they think is right. And unfortunately, somewhere guided with the fact that they think that the child has the responsibility to fulfill their unfulfilled dreams. Now, this is something that not everybody would be like, how is it good or bad? It's like saying that, you tell your child that I think this is the right path for you. You have the capability and you should do this. And what we don't realize is when we do this to our children, we tell them that, this is the dream that we have for you. You can do this. And we think it's a very big goal. What we don't realize is somewhere down the line, our children have the capability of doing this, that they somehow are not able to understand. What I'm trying to say is, invest in your children. By invest, I do not mean just the tuitions or sending them to, A-class school. I mean, ask them, sit with them, talk to them, understand what their passion, their love is, what do they like doing. If it's cooking, do not think, oh, what is he going to do? It's no good. He could be, and don't think he just could be a chef. In these times, we've realized that the plethora of options when it comes to careers are something you and I couldn't even understand 10 years back. The food curators, there are people who go for wine tasting. It's a massive place. And everybody has a niche of their own speciality that they can make a name for themselves in. And that is what we do not realize. So what I'm trying to say is, do not limit your child. And most importantly, nobody in this world deserves to bear the burden of someone else's dream. It is very much possible that you came from a time that you were not able to earn enough. And you thought, I will create opportunities for my kids to be able to excel and probably become a doctor and engineer that I couldn't become because my parents were not that well off or whatever. But how is that the child's fault? He or she has bigger dreams or has a different way of thinking. How can we tell someone to become a Xerox copy because we could not achieve something? And the worst part about that is the children like these sometimes become underachievers. And it's not that they didn't have capabilities or the talent. It's just that they become underachievers because they're under the pressure of achieving a dream that is not even theirs. They're under the pressure of achieving something they don't even want. And we don't realize it. So when we push our kids go into this tuition in grade 8 or grade 9, why can't we think bigger? If somebody likes dressing, they could become fashion psychologist. I'm sure half of you must have not even heard, even it was new to me. Somebody who predicts what new fashion is going to be like. That's what a fashion psychologist does. We didn't even know. And big brand houses like Gucci, Versace, LVMH, these are the kind of companies who recruit them. Very niche. People who are very good at speaking. You think, okay, let them do English honors and they can get into some job. They can be anchors, they can be journalists, they can get into writing a book. What I'm trying to say is, what we think is a safe path for our kids is not necessarily the right path. It's not always about what you think it's right. Sit with them, talk to them, take them to a good career counselor. Because what they love, if they do that, they are going to be in a place where they can excel in their life beyond what you can even imagine. You can't even comprehend, think, or dream what they can do. If only they're allowed to do what they love. Time and again, movies have been made. People have come, they've said it. But for a moment, we watch the movies, we cry about it, and we say, oh, it's one of those million cases. No, it's not one of those million cases. It is one of those cases where there's a 1 in a million chance that you just might ask your child, oh, you like painting? Oh, you like drawing? Oh, wow. What can you do? It's not just fashion designing. There are so many ways. We've seen with the social media coming up, with online availability coming up, approachability to different towns, how things have changed, and we need to evolve for our children, because still there must be somebody who is still not letting their kids dream and fly. It is not a responsibility to give our kids the wings with the size attached to it. We can't tell them, okay, this is the size of wing, you can only fly till here. It's our job to give them wings and let them fly as high as they want. Give them that opportunity. If they make a mistake, it's okay. We all did. Because we've all been through that phase where we say, what if? And if we've been through a what if, don't you think it is our job to make sure that our children don't say what if? At least not on the behalf thinking that their parents are the ones who have put a limitation in how big they can dream and how much they want to dream. So let's not just, this thought process where we let our kids be what they want to be, just be in the movies like we see these days, Why can't it be a reality where we can encourage our kids and say, okay, you know, I know you're capable. I know you can do it. I don't know about this. I'm not educated about this career that you want to be. But let's go. Let's sit together. Let's sit with a career counselor and let's discuss what you love and how you can become excellent and absolutely amazing and reach the pinnacle in what you love to do. And when that is done, it is then that you see people who are excelling. They've not had an easier journey. They've just had a journey where they just knew what they loved doing. And some of them are able to carve that niche and some of them are not. But as a parent, it is our responsibility to make sure that we guide them through that path. How well they achieve is not something we can control, but at least we can give them that freedom of being able to be the best version of themselves and help them in becoming what they truly want to be. And I think this is what being a parent is about. And I really hope that in coming times, I get to hear, or we all get to hear, the different kinds of, jobs and opportunities and professions that we've not heard so far. And we'll see people doing exemplary well and happy and not just competitive, because that's how it has become. Life is not always a competition. At the end of the day, we just want to be happy. So I think this is a very small step we can take for that big life they have in front of them, so that they can say, you know what, I dreamed and there was somebody who lifted me and said, you know, just fly. I'm going to be there to catch you. But just fly. Fly fearless. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I am Anushka Meena and I am Lavina Meena. We are from the RedX Club, and for the virtual exhibition of SRN EDUPROLIX 2022, we are here to familiarize you with some of the most famous works and characters of the 16th century dramatist and one of the greatest writers in English language, William Shakespeare.
Shakespeare has set such a milestone in English literature that no one has been able to reach it till date. The man is credited with an unbelievable 38 plays, 2 narrative poems and several other poems, and a whopping 154 sonnets. So let's take a look at some of his most commendable works.
We are going to set off with The Merchant of Venice. It is a 16th century play in which a merchant named Antonio defaults on a large loan provided by a Jewish moneylender, Shylock. From this play, we are going to meet the character of Portia.
Portia, a very handsome woman. Portia's beauty is matched only by her intelligence, far and away the most clever of the play's characters. It is Portia, in the disguise of a young lobster, who saved Antonio from Shylock's knife. Let's meet her.
It is a good divine that follows his own instructions. I can easier teach 20 what were good to be done, then be one of the 20 to follow my known teaching.
Julius Caesar is a history play and tragedy. The central psychological drama of the play focuses on Brutus.
Julius Caesar, who is a great Roman general and senator, is unable to separate his public life from his private life and ignores ill omens and threats against his life. Let's meet Julius Caesar.
Brutus emerges as the most complex character in Julius Caesar and in also the play's tragic hero. His fiction.
Cowards die many times before their death, but valiant never tasted death but once.
Caesar, now be still. I cannot deal with the half, so what a will.
Rosalind is the heroine and protagonist of the play. She disguises herself as a male shepherd named Ganymede. Rosalind was one of Shakespeare's most recognized heroines, generally noted for her resilience, quick wit, intelligence.
But I, his brother, gain nothing under him but growth, for the which his animals on his jungles are as born to him as I to him.
Don't you know I'm a woman? When I think, I must speak. Sweet, say on.
Romeo and Juliet is a tragedy about two young Italian star-crossed lovers whose deaths ultimately reconcile their feuding families. It was among Shakespeare's most popular plays during his lifetime and is one of the most frequently performed plays. Romeo Montague is the male protagonist of the play. His role as an idealistic lover has led the word Romeo to become a synonym for a passionate male lover in various languages. Come meet our Romeo.
Julie Capulet is the female protagonist in Shakespeare's romantic tragedy. While appearing quiet and obedient, she displays inner strength, intelligence, bravery, wit, and independence. Let's have a listen to her most famous.
What light breaks through the window, it is the east, and Juliet is the sun. My only love is from my only hate. Too early seems unknown, and known too late.
Macbeth, who is a brave soldier and a powerful man, but he is not a virtuous one. His response to every problem is violence and murder. Have a look.
Foul is fair, and fair is foul. Let fall the blade on vulnerable Chris. I bear a charmed life, which must not be here to one of women born.
Hello everyone, my name is Saji Kushlani. I study in class 10 at SRN International School, Jaipur, and today I will be giving a book review on Gitanjali. Gitanjali is a very famous book written by our beloved author Rabindranath Tagore. Gitanjali is a compilation of song offerings which portrays a reflection of Rabindranath Tagore's consciousness, wisdom, and philosophy. In his very first poem, Rabindranath Tagore speaks about a human being's body being a very frail vessel, but the soul is immortal. Second poem, Rabindranath Tagore talks about his inspiration to write. He says that God is his muse and God inspires him to write poems. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Devna Sankla. I am from class 9th and I will be giving you a summary on one of my favorite autobiographies, The Wings of Fire. Written by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, The Wings of Fire is an autobiography capable of inspiring even a common man into becoming a technologist. A well-composed novel which revolves around the life of Mr. Kalam, a renowned scientist, as he shares his experience and the minutest details of his life. The book also gives delicate facts of his personal life, his family background, the pain and suffering he went through and recollected himself is commendable. The day I finished reading this book, such an influential personality impacted me very deeply. This autobiography comprises of a balance of details of technological and political challenges faced to prosper in its aeronautical and space program. It is also a success story of Dr. Kalam's participative management practices.
Hello everyone, my name is Angel Sharma and I am going to describe a well-known poem of Beehive, class 9, named as No Manna For, written by James Kirby. The poem promotes the concept of universal brotherhood. The poet says that everyone in this world is the same. All men belong to different countries, speak different languages, but above all, we are first human. Our basic needs are the same. We eat, breathe, live and die in the same way. The poem also conveys a beautiful message of togetherness, peace and brotherhood. It wants people not to fight or hate each other. Thank you.
When in Rome, do as the Romans. Yes, this is very right. It means to act the way people act with you or act the way people act around you. No, I'm against him. But why? Gandhiji said that it's better to be ourselves and be soft if anyone is being harsh to us. But I think that if I'm good or kind to people who are rude to me, they'll be more rude to me. No, I don't agree with you. According to my personal experience, I started talking to people softly and then eventually they started being kind to me. Okay, however, as the proverb says, it is really good to blend in with the people. It is good to act the way they act and become a part of them. No, it's good to have a own your personality.
others.
Yes, you're right. But standing out from others can lead to people bullying you.
But
They
I
can also hate you.
Whatever you think, I appreciate it.
Yes, what you said is right too.
It depends on your own opinions.
Yes, and there is no win or lose on this topic.
Just don't be afraid.
And believe in yourself.
Thank you. Actions speak louder than words.
Yes, people are known by their actions. Actions speak louder than words because anyone can say the right things.
Words speak louder than words, while in some cases they do. Most of the time, words are better than actions.
It says that in the Bible to show the faith not by what a person says, but instead rather by fearing God and obeying His commandments.
As in, it's better to talk things out than to use actions and possibly violence to solve problems.
Good words are not useful for much if a person doesn't do the right thing.
What if every time we wanted change, we just went and used actions to get what we wanted?
They will be considered a hypocrite if they don't want what they say.
It's much better to just sit down and have a conversation than to use actions to get what we want.
I appreciate your point.
Yes, both of our points are equal.
And they get equal importance in our daily lives.
Thank you.
One of the most well-known poems of William Shakespeare, a great English poet, describing a circle of human life, where people play their role until they go away from the stage forever. Shakespeare uses 7 examples of common actions that man does during his life. First stage is of his infant, and he cries in the arms of his nurse. The next one is the schoolboy, who trying to escape the school. And third stage is of a young man love sick. The fourth stage who becomes a soldier and turns to be a short-tempered man. Next stage is a soldier who retires to become a judge to use all the wisdom of his age. And the sixth stage is of aging, losing his mind and sharpness of the strength. And the final strength of the returning his infant state, where losing one side ability to test and slowly going to oblivion. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Yash Chaudhary from class 9th. Today I will give you the summary of a poem, The Rain on the Roof. In this poem, the poet expresses his love for nature and its beauty. The lyrical poem Rain on the Roof by Cord Skinny presents the memories in the poet's mind by the showers falling on the tin roof. The poet connects present with the past by the memories received by the rain. The poet states that whenever it rains, he starts to recall all his past memories while laying in his bed in the cottage. He listens the patter sound of the rain. As he listens to the sound of the rain, he starts to remember his old days when he was a child. Further, he remembers his mother, who is not with him now, but her memories will always be with him.
Good morning everyone, I Bhavna Meemrut from RedX Club is here to give you all a brief about one of the most important elements of English literature, parody. A humorous or satirical imitation, a serious piece of art, literature or writing. Writing music, art, speech, etc. that intentionally copies the style of someone famous or copies a particular situation, making the features or qualities of the original more noticeable in a way that is humorous. Wikipedia definition: a work created to mock, comment on or poke fun at an original work, its subjective or other target by means of humorous, satiric or ironic imitation. The function of parody. A parody establishes a connection through a dialogue with the original work. In order to write a parody, you need to fully understand and appreciate the original work to be reproduced, its style and manner. A form of commentary of the original work for the different purposes, make fun of, criticize and satirize.
Today we the students of RedX Club extending tribute to R.K. Narayan and his remarkable work.
R.K. Narayan is an Indian writer known for his work set in the fictional South Indian town of Malgudi. He was a leading author of Indian literature in English. R.K. Narayan's full name is Rasipuram Krishnaswamy Narayan. He was born into a Tamil Brahmin family. His father was a school headmaster. He did his schooling at his father's school and later on graduated in BA at Maharaja College of Mysore. He was an avid reader. His early literary diet included many prominent English writers like Arthur Conan Doyle, Thomas Hardy, Charles Dickens. His first published work was the book review of the maritime laws of 17th century England. His famous work include The Waiting for Mahatma, The English Teacher, A Tiger for Malgudi, and The Guide.
Before we sign up, I, Arun Kumar, extend the heartiest thanks for watching the presentation by the RedX Club and Tespian Society so patiently. I hope we must have met to the expectation and presented the tableau for taking to English literature in an appropriate manner. Thank you.